Will she or won't she? Caitlin Clark remains coy about playing Unrivaled this offseason. INBIANEKOLIS. With a Messi-like offer reportedly on the table, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark still isn't sure if she'll be participating in any offseason basketball leagues this winter. We'll see, Clark told Indy Star and ESPN. I don't know. Just taking it as it goes and see if I want to play eventually. Front Office Sports reported last month Unrivaled, a startup 3x3 league co-founded by WNBA players Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, has reportedly given Clark a lucrative offer to try and entice her to join the league. Similar to the once that Inter Miami gave Lionel Messi to lure him from Europe to NLS. Multiple of Clark's friends have joined Unrivaled as well, including Fever teammates Alia Boston and Lexi Pohl, and former Iowa teammate Kate Martin. We're always going to have a roster spot for Caitlin Clark, Unrivaled president Alex Basil told Sportico in October. We're not applying a full-court press the way people think. We are letting her decompress from basketball. She knows that we have a spot for her when she's ready. Unrivaled has announced 30 players so far and recently expanded from 30 to 36 players for its inaugural season. Sportico reported the entire roster is supposed to be announced by November 20. Training camp starts for players on January 2, and the season runs for 8 weeks, starting on January 17. Clark does not have any known time-off bonus written into her WNBA contract for this offseason. Time-off bonuses are usually used to encourage players to not play in any other leagues, whether it be overseas or stateside, for reasons including the risk of injury or needed rest. New Fever coach Stephanie White said whether players participate in different leagues is their decision based on where they are in their careers, and while it's good to get some game experience in the off-season, she tends to leave those commitments up to them. White herself has an off-season job. She is an analyst for ESPN, commentating on NBA and college basketball games. I think everybody has a different cadence toward the off-season at different points in their career, White says. I always think it's good to play, certainly when you think about coming back into training camp having played games versus not. Just in my experience, in the number of years I've been doing this, if you haven't played, timing, rhythm gain shape, like all those things are really tough to simulate just working out. So I do think that there is some value, but each player approaches it differently. And certainly, I support whatever it is that they decide to do. Including Boston and Hull, multiple Fever players are participating in off-season leagues this year. Kelsey Mitchell and Nalessa Smith are playing for different teams in China. Grace Berger, Timmy Fagbinal, and Demiris Dantas are playing in Turkey.